Jason Momoa and the stars of a gritty post-apocalyptic flick top today's entertainment city. We're talking about The Bad Batch.
What do you really want?
I want to be the solution for something.
Gritty, grungy, and epic landscapes. Just a few ways to describe The Bad Batch, a dystopian romantic black comedy horror thriller. It's a love story set in a lawless Mad Max-style wasteland, home to a colony of cannibals and society's undesirables, known as, you guessed it, The Bad Batch. The film stars Keanu Reeves as a creepy cult leader, a very well-disguised Jim Carrey, and Jason Momoa.
Here's the thing. Being good or bad mostly depends on who you're standing next to.
And it turns out the actor, best known for his role as Khal Drogo in Game of Thrones, was a critical part of the film.
I wrote that character for him. If he didn't do it, I wouldn't have made the movie.
I was very flattered. I've never had anything written for me.
Starring alongside Momoa in the film is model-turned-actress Suki Waterhouse.
I think what attracted me to the role was on the audition. It said, like, please do not audition for this if you're a wimp or if you're not prepared to go through a lot of pain. And I was like, yes.
Indeed, making this movie was not for the faint of heart. It was filmed in California's sun-drenched Palm Desert, and it was as hot as it looks.
I mean, it was helpful for the role. The rule of thumb for me is, like, the more uncomfortable it is and the more pain you're in, the more amazing the movie is. I just feel like when the natural elements are in full effect, you're going to feel it on screen.
Well, Momoa is also becoming very familiar with one natural element in particular: water. He has, of course, been cast as Aquaman in the DC Extended Universe. He'll appear as a superhero in Justice League later this year, and then his own standalone movie next year.
You want to know, don't you, why they keep coming here?
A decade into director Michael Bay's Transformers franchise, we're getting the 5th installment, The Last Knight. Series staple Mark Wahlberg is back, but joining the film for the first time around is Sir Anthony Hopkins as an eccentric English lord and Santiago Cabrera as the leader of the task force fighting the Transformers. Now, reviews are just starting to come out for The Last Knight, and they're not exactly glowing, but Cabrera tells Terry Hart he believes fans are in for a treat.
So, how big is The Last Knight?
The Last Knight delves really deeper into the mythology of the Transformers, the history of them, how they came to Earth and how they started to interact with humans.
1,000 years, we've kept it hidden. The secret history of Transformers, here on Earth.
I would say this is definitely the most epic. What's really big for the audience is that, you know, their ultimate hero, Optimus Prime, is actually the enemy in this movie, so that will bring a whole new twist and surprises for sure.
Optimus Prime is going dark?
He's going dark, yeah.
What is it like to come into something that is like a world unto itself and has this scope to it that I can't imagine? It must be like walking into a little city.
It really is, but Michael has this amazing thing of he really creates the world as much as possible for you. You know, the helicopters are there, the Navy SEALs are there, the explosions are happening, so he makes it feel very real as well.
Two worlds colliding, only one survives.
We'll have to wait for this weekend's box office results to see if Transformers: The Last Knight can actually overcome those bad reviews, too.